Line-up today: Potter, Primer, Masters, Hessian, Howell. The halves: Christian and Mullins. The forwards: Howell, Fitzpatrick, Hoffman, Cochrane, Butcher, Cartwright. Simon Huntley, the coach, a position he's held down for the past 7 seasons. And the red, black and white of Erindale College of Canberra. Knocked out by the eventual winners last year, Terra Sancta College. That was in the semi-finals. The majority of these players, the junior representative stars of the Canberra Raiders. So a lot of talent on show here. Their starting side today: Robertson, McNamara, Flynn the captain, Smith, Mabry the halves, Brookman and Murray. The forwards: Price, Muntz, Winnacarry, Scanlon, McInerney, Laverty. Their coach is Neil Henry. Darren Gochu, the referee of this one.
Stay behind it, fellas. Wait for it.
It'll be Daniel Christian to get us underway. St Greg's running from right to left on your screens for the first half, 25 minutes each way. And Erindale College first touch with Willie Scanlon. A number of these players lined up for Erindale last year. But actually this starting 13 yet to have a match this year together. As we've mentioned, a number of them teammates in the junior rep sides of the Raiders. This is Matt Laverty on the 30-metre line for Erindale. Dummy half duties are with McInerney, and now the lock forward, Andrew Price. Another one of those players backing up from last year. Waylon Muntz, almost a halfway, and last tackle for Erindale College. McInerney has tried to get a kick in. Not a good last tackle option. St Gregory's come up with a ball.
Yes, I was about to say, very good set for them. They didn't try anything out of the ordinary, just looking to get the ball upfield, and then a poor kick in the last. Probably not what they would have liked to start the game with.
Another point worth noting about St Gregory's: many of their side are boarders at the college. They come from far and wide. Some South Australians, some Queenslanders in their lineup. And this is Daniel Cartwright. He's a boarder from Young. 35 metres away from the Erindale College line. Halfback is Mullins, and now on for Michael Howell, the captain. 3rd year of cup footy. A caution here against Ben Flynn. Captain on captain.
Dangerous. Got to get him down under the chin, okay? Got to be under the net.
And this penalty 35 metres away from the Erindale College line, so good chance, as you can see, for St Gregory's to go right on the attack. The set of 6 to start, just 10 metres out. With David Butcher. Up comes Cartwright. Just 5 metres away from the Erindale line. Waylon Muntz front on in defence there. Across it comes with Rhett Cochrane. So early opportunity for, I guess you could say, the home team, St Gregory's. Butcher not successful with that dart out of dummy half. Cochrane across with Mullins. And still 5 metres out. This is good defence from Erindale College. Howell to the right. Numbers aren't there. Christian was held up. Defence coming off the line quickly. Chris Murray and Alan Brookman. And that's the last tackle. As if they can't get within 5 metres. Howell goes for a shot on the last. That will be a changeover, and that is superb defence from Erindale.
Well, it certainly is. They'll be very proud of themselves holding out St Greg's there. Now St Greg's have the opportunity to put in a good set of defence. They've got the opportunity early to come down here and apply pressure. We've got we've got a loss of the ball here.
Well, here it was, Howell on the last play. He came within a metre of the line, but then the error from Erindale. Certainly there was a second challenge there, but losing the ball, Johnny Winnacarry. So St Gregory's with a scrum feed 10 metres out. This is pressure early, and from the scrum they go with Fitzpatrick. Around his legs was Nathan Smith, working to the left side. St Gregory's hadn't really regrouped after the scrum. Now they're in formation to attack. Poor pass there for Cartwright, couldn't handle, and they've blown a chance, St Gregory's.
Yeah, it's just getting a bit excited there for old St Gregory's. They find themselves in very good field position early in the game. As we see the pass just coming from Butcher there, not a good one. And you couldn't really blame him for not catching that. A let off for Erindale though.
Very tough assignment for the front rower Cartwright to stoop low to get to that one. So Erindale back, and this is Alan Brookman. He's a background in rugby union, in fact played under 16 rugby for his country, Alan Brookman. And Erindale outside their 20. Howler's there in defence. McInerney, they try a blindside shot with Waylon Mutz. Howler, a nice tackle over the top. Great honour to captain this side, St Gregory's College of Campbelltown. There's been some big names fill that role. Two that we saw, former students, Jason Taylor and Trent Barrett. McInerney, 10 metres out of dummy half. Fitzpatrick and Hoffman there in defence for St Greg's, and fifth tackle for Erindale. A kick downfield from Michael Robertson, not deep. In fact, off the boot, that kick's only gone 20 metres. Tuck pick tackle comes up. Willie Scanlon leading the charge for Erindale, but there's not a great breeze out there, and that wasn't a very powerful kick from Michael Robertson at the back for Erindale College. So St Greg's inside their own half. Cochran. That's a likely lad, the front rower, Rhett Cochran. They tell me part of his pastime is bull riding. So he's obviously got a bit of guts about him. Now Michael Howell. Offloading, good ball, Fitzpatrick. 40 metres away from the Erindale College line. They're settling into their job now, St Gregory's. They've had the early chances though. Charge down on the kick from Mullins. Ball has come back for St Greg's, and referee Gosha will start the tackle count. So a chance again, 20 metres out.
Yes, St Greg's getting a very good opportunity again here. Erindale forced to do a lot of tackling early. As you see Cartwright juggle it, well to hold that one.
Almost went right over the top there of Scanlon, ended up on his backside. Butcher, left side, Howell. He's playing like lock end 5'8" at the moment, Michael Howell. Wide runner and first receiver at times. Now Cartwright. Again, they are 5 metres away from the line. Butcher, left side, the blind with Howell. Back inside it comes for Cochran. Cochran has got over for St Gregory's. They had the crack. Erindale's line has been broken for the first time, and St Greg's come up with a try, and it's 4-0.
Well, it was just the weight of possession, wasn't it, for St Gregory's? Being down here now for a few sets of 6 through Erindale mistakes. They didn't go for the kick on the last. He turned it back inside, steps off his left foot, then a great pass there. Very good pass there to Cochran, and he goes over for the first point of the day.
17-year-old, played in the Steelers SG ball side this year. This young front rower, Rhett Cochran, and rewarded with a 4-pointer early. Seventeen-year-old Daniel Christian, first kick of the day from 19 metres out. Just off centre and successful. So St Greg's converted try to start. They lead Erindale 6 points to 0. They're yet to have possession inside St Greg's half. Difficult restart to take for St Greg's. Ryan Hoffman eventually just had to dive on the ball. He had a found touch. Of course, it would have been an Erindale scrum feed. Close call here, Sean.
It certainly is, and he did very well here, Hoffman. Not only to gather the ball in, but then to stay in touch. Erindale coming in very fast to try and push him over the sideline.
St Greg's on their own 30. Fitzpatrick. Got some size in their forward pack, and they've shown early that they are mobile as well. And coming across with Howell. His younger brother's on the wing, David Howell on the left wing. It's coming his way now, picked up by Jed Masters. Matthew Marbury there in defence for Erindale. Fifth tackle for St Greg's. Kick from Michael Howell. More high than long. Well fielded, looking across into the sun as well by James McNamara. And a dart here for Michael Robertson. Off he goes, making 15 metres. And offloading 2 for Brookman. There's a touch in there of St Gregory, so tackle count has restarted for Erindale, and now a second challenge. So first opportunity now for Erindale to go on the attack deep inside St Greg's territory.
Yes, referee Gocher there, just not happy with the play of the ball. Penalising St Greg's. Here we see it here. Just not rolling out of the play of the ball there, St Greg's.
Well, let's see what Erindale have to offer. Flamboyant restart from McInerney, put straight down by Lavity. Didn't even get to the first tackle as Chris Potter comes back. And he's second generation St Greg's. His father, Michael, former student, and of course went on to play a lot of first grade across a number of clubs, the Bulldogs, the Dragons, the Western Reds. His son Chris wearing the number 1 of St Greg's today. Butcher, they come up to the right side. A very physical game, St Gregory's. McInerney front on in defence for Erindale. Just hanging on a little too long.
Okay.
There's a nice support crew here too as well, Sean, for St Gregory's, who brought the local busloads along of fans.
Yes, that always helps. You've got your school here cheering for you. Does put pressure on the referee. You see St Greg's here with a great opportunity again, well inside Erindale College's territory. Look for some nice set plays. We saw some early.
Free kick with Riley Mullins. And the run around with Butcher. Nathan Vagg is on. And look at the size of him. 115 kilos. Thank you very much, Nathan Vagg. Now Michael Howell, 10 away from the line. They're looking sharp here, St Gregory's. Butcher was looming up in support. It was knocked down. That's play on. That's a try for Michael Howell. Goes to the referee. Will check with his touch judge. I'm pretty sure you'll find this is a St Greg's try. Comes back to the mark. Second try of the day. It's 10-0. Michael Howell, the captain, gets the 4-pointer.
Well, one of the most experienced players in the St Greg's line. Third year in this squad. Just coming back to the short side, St Greg's just catching Erindale out a little. The ball coming loose. And Howell, being Johnny on the spot, wasted no time in getting it and putting it down.
Head on will show it, Sean. I'm sure you'll see the Erindale hand in here. It may have even been McInerney getting across. For mine, that's play on.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Lavity, I think it was, Vossi, just got his hand to it. And the try was put down.
Second kick of the day for Christian. He's 18 metres in from touch. Striking it nicely, isn't he? 2 out of 2 to Daniel Christian, and 12-0 to St Gregory's over Erindale. Not looking so flash for Erindale College at 12-0, but it must be said they haven't had much ball. They've had only one tackle inside St Gregory's territory. Vagg comes back. Looks like a mobile steamroller. And Nathan Vagg wearing the 14 for St Greg's, and a boarder from Adelaide. Picked up by the Sharks in the NRL, junior reps. And with Butcher, Vagg wants another run.
Been impressed with Vagg since he's come on. He wants the ball, he's demanding it, and getting plenty of good yards for St Greg's.
Howell back for Fitzpatrick. Scanlon, the man over the top, locking up the ball. Fifth tackle for St Greg's. And back again with Michael Howell. Again, he's gone for the high ball. And McNamara's there for Erindale. Very good take. Under pressure, did well.
It's very good, and a very good chase there from Daniel Christian from St Greg's. Right under the ball. A lot of pressure, but Erindale, to their credit, great take there.
There's McNamara, one of the younger members of this Erindale side on the left wing. As they come forward, Winnicary. Fitzpatrick wrapped him up around the legs. McInerney, and up, I think it's Jason Smith out there now for Erindale College. Using the bench. Last tackle for Erindale, 40 metres away from their own line. A chance to attempt a 40-20. Howe put the pressure on the kicker, came off the side of the boot. And it's with David Howe, who has lost it. So real chance for Erindale College, and Potter has to come up with a tackle. Now Maybury. Some of the St Greg's players were offside. 25 metres away. McInerney likes to run. Makes another 15 metres. They're now only 15 away from the St Greg's line. And they trail by 12 points to 0. Andrew Price running with plenty of venom. Beneath the St Greg's post now. McInerney. To the left they come. Murray, short pass. Well, it was going to be the short pass and went wide with Robertson. If he had thrown the short ball, they were over. Back Grabowski now. He matches Vag for size, coming off the bench for Erindale. He's 104 kilos, Grabowski. Kick on the last from Nathan Smith. Pressure on the men at the back for St Greg's. Erindale, they've come down with it. Michael Robertson. But did he force it short of the dead ball line? No, they say knocked on, in fact. So back to the 20.
Yes, great set of 6 there from Erindale. That'll give them great confidence to have almost scored on that occasion. Just goes to show if they hold some ball, they can put pressure on St Greg's.
Robertson gets right over the top in bringing it down. Gee, very close call. It was on the touch judge's advice that the try was disallowed. 12-0, St Gregory's leading Erindale College. Fitzpatrick playing the second row for St Greg's. Another player in his 3rd year in this cup squad. Howell back in field for Butcher. Some risky balls. Vag tried to squeeze a pass out. Erindale have come up with it. You can see that coming.
Yeah, great work there by Andrew Price to dive on that ball. Gives Erindale a good field position now.
Price to the left to Brad Nicol. His first touch of the football. McInerney, ruck play doesn't work. Price put it down. It's play on though for Erindale. Nathan Smith, who had a taste of first division with Canberra earlier this year, played on the wing on that occasion. Would have been a good experience. Now Ben Flynn, captain of Erindale, 20 metres away. Robertson, last tackle. Kick through from the halfback Murray. Potter is back there. And not about to try anything too daring.
And well read by Potter there. He was just waiting for that ball. Brought it out from the St Greg's line with no troubles at all. Very reassuring to have a fullback in your side that you know can handle the pressure.
And now the knock on at dummy half from Matt Primmer, but I reckon the man playing the ball can share a bit of the responsibility here. It was a little untidy. And back he goes into the man at dummy half. Primmer got a hand to it. Erindale will have a scrum feed 10 metres out.
Well, I thought they were a bit unfortunate there, St Greg's. A bit of a push from the marker. Just put him off balance.
McInerney's gone into halfback, and this is Brookman. 5 metres away. Smith looking for their first points of the day. Erindale College came back for Craig Mower. A bit of power, a bit of strength in the defence there from St Greg's off their own line. McInerney, first receiver. Inside for Scanlon. Scanlon trying to stretch out. Metre short of the line. Again with Mower. There is numbers here for Erindale, but unable to pass McInerney. He's lost it. St Greg's come away with it. Well, there must have been an overlap there, but McInerney just couldn't spread it to the right.
Yeah, McInerney going to first receiver there. Come off his right foot, saw an opening on the inside. A great defence again by St Greg's. Shut down any opportunity that he saw.
So the 8 times Cup champions going nicely. At 12 points to 0 over Erindale. And their captain, one of their try scorers today, Michael Howell, with another determined charge. Andy's side gets a penalty as well. Getting a bit frustrated now and walk the 10. Alan Brookman was protesting with referee Gosha. To familiar territory for St Greg's, where they spent much of the opening minutes in this match. They've strode straight through. Big Vag is 5 metres away from the line. No one will stop him. No one will stop this man. Nathan Vag, 115 kilos off the top turnbuckle for the try, 16-0.
Well, gee, I've been impressed by Nathan Vag since he's come on the field. He's demanded the ball, he's worked very hard, even off the ball. He's run decoys, and all it was here, he got it wide, and he come onto it hard. There wasn't anybody going to stop him. He got a hand there to Michael Robinson. He came in low, did all he could, but 115 kilos steaming at you like that, you've got to feel sorry for Robinson. Here he is again. Look at the size of the man. I would hate to have been Robinson in this situation. He did well. Gives his side a great opportunity now.
Third kick for Daniel Christian, and this is easiest of the day. He struck the first two beautifully, no problems there. 18-0. St Gregory's College of Campbelltown leading Erindale College. This is certainly a testamental for Erindale College at 18-0. McNamara getting play back underway. Seems to have a knack of getting awkward bounces for St Greg's to field. But at 18-0, they definitely need to score next. We've seen some remarkable comebacks in NRL matches recently. Well, Erindale will have to take a leaf out of the book of sides like the Panthers and Newcastle. Butcher running. He stumbled, still made 10 metres. Bowski was first man there. End of the left. Kick trying to get Robinson stuck in that corner. Maybe just a bit strong it is. So Erindale will come back to the 20. I don't think they'll mind that too much.
Yeah, St Greg's making the most of the breeze at the moment. On that occasion, though, just a little bit too much weight put on the football. Oh, mix up there. But Erindale, they can't give up. Just need to get down, have good field position and possession. Put some pressure on St Greg's.
Andrew Price. Crossfield and Christian loading the ground. Now Scanlon. Oh, looking for the shoulder charge over the top. He only just avoided it. McInerney dumping that pass for months. 5 inside St Greg's territory. 18-0 to the boys from Campbelltown. Brookman is with it. High tackle there from Michael Howe, not called by Gosha. Brookman was stepping. McInerney on the last tackle. Kicking over the head of David Howe. Gets a good bounce. Not a bad chase either from Erindale, so they've got them inside the 20. Can they keep them there? Chris Potter. Back and over that 20-metre line. Greg Mower in defence for Erindale College. St Greg's their record. 8 times champions. They've played in 9 finals, so they've only lost on 1 occasion. That is an amazing record. In the past, they have handled the pressure of the big matches. Jed Masters almost back to the 40. Butcher. They'll kick downfield. The left boot of the halfback Riley Mullins. Straight down the throat of Michael Robertson. And Robertson back to the 40. And over the 40-metre line. Good effort from the number 1 for Erindale. And penalty goes the way of the Canberra school, but that was nice work from Michael Robertson. Played wing in the Raiders SG ball side this year. He has a bit of experience at the junior rep level, the Erindale fullback. Has gone to hooker with McInerney halfback. And this is the 5'8 Brookman. And the opportunity to pass, but Butcher was around the legs in defence. This is Matt Laverty. 18 metres away from St Greg's line. They trail 18-0. Moa up for McInerney. Some fast passing inside. Price on the spin. The defence is good from St Greg's. Cartwright was there. McInerney up for Nickel. And offloading. Laverty couldn't get to it. Scanlon went back for it. Now Brookman. They're losing ground. Back for Scanlon. 20 metres away from the St Greg's line. And they score coming up to half-time. Price now. Looks the most dangerous runner of the Erindale forwards. Andrew Price. 5th tackle. Almost success with a bomb earlier. Now McInerney gets that kick in. This is Howell back. And Howell takes the catch. On the full in goal. Jog back to the 20.
Well, that was a great set of 6 from St Greg's. I really have to hand it to their defence there. Take nothing away from Erindale. They tried their best, but St Greg's right up on them, forced them to kick from 20 metres out. And Howell made no mistake at the bomb as they work it out again.
Already back to the 40. Butcher. The hookers we've seen on show today, they've done well for their teams, made plenty of ground. Butcher for St Greg's and McInerney and now Moa for Erindale. Still reckon this bloke's been the standout player. Michael Howell playing the ball inside Erindale's half. And up with Fitzpatrick. Little turn of speed there from Fitzpatrick. He's held off the ball. She's going to rule a knock on anyway. Fitzpatrick,
he had the opportunity there to get the ball away, as we see. Just pops it up here. Unfortunately there for Butcher coming through, unable to take it. He's under a lot of pressure. But they're trying things, St. Greg's. Very enterprising.
Back it up, come on, Greg, head down, otherwise the penalty's going. Head down, get in now.
Final seconds of the first half. Erindale, just one last shot. Rookman decides to try over the top. Robinson getting through, but it was read by the defence. Howell is the man back there. Completing an outstanding first half for the captain. St. Greg's, I was going to suggest, will count down the clock, but not in the minds of Matt Primmer. 25 from the Erindale line. Jed Masters, half-time siren has sounded. They'll go for the extra point. Cool head from Riley Mullins, and successful. And extends the margin past 3 converted tries. Nice work from Riley Mullins to complete the first half. We will take a break with St. Gregory's College of Campbelltown leading Erindale from Canberra by 19 points to 0. Be a star of the NRL. With the Dragons. State of Origin 97. 97 was one game. Just the third game or something on it. Yep. Yep. So hang on, just to make this clear, is this like the welcome back over these shots or not? Okay. Yep, fine, that's fine, mate. Yep. Yep. Yeah. A few banners there, as I said, Newt, lots of action, colour, movement, all of those things. Welcome back to Campbelltown. 19-0, St Gregory's leading Erindale College of Canberra as we wind the clock back 5 years to the day. And it was the first time that we saw Trent Barrett in action, a schoolboy rugby league star for St Gregory's College of Campbelltown. And of course, he's gone on to be a star of the NRL, firstly with the Steelers and now with the Dragons. State of Origin player in 1997. He certainly was a schoolboy talent. I didn't get that quick. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that. Yep. Welcome back to Campbelltown and St Gregory's College of Campbelltown leading Erindale College by 19 points to 0 as we wind back the clock 5 years to the day when we saw Trent Barrett for the first time, a schoolboy star for St Greg's. Of course, he's gone on to be a star in the NRL with firstly the Steelers and then the Dragons. He played State of Origin in 97 as well. From Trent Barrett, 1995 to the St Gregory side of today, who are right on top here. Erindale College getting us back underway. That field goal just before half-time by Riley Mullins would prove critical in this match. I'm not prepared to say Erindale are out of it, Sean. They didn't have a whole lot of ball in that first half, or certainly not a great deal of field position. No, they didn't, and St Greg's also defended very well. They got right up in their face and bustled them somewhat. I think, though, if Erindale can hold the ball, get down to St Greg's end, they've got a real chance. St Gregory's error early, Matt Trimmer. Ghosh has pulled it up for the knock-on, so that's the mistake they were sweating on. Erindale scrum feed, just outside the St Greg's 40. Good call, it was the centre putting it down. Chris Murray it is. Almost got his head stuck in the scrum. Brookman passing wide for Robertson. Had his moments in the first half. Michael Robertson for Erindale. This is Ben Flynn, the skipper. And back in field, Winner-Carey. Shoulder came over the top. Winner-Carey rocked back. Now McInerney coming up to the right. Waylon Muntz with a bit of speed. 35 away now. McInerney. Murray and wider for Brookman. That is good defence from St Greg's. Brookman was just cut off from passing. It was Ryan Hoffman who got there front on. High ball for Chris Potter. Diffuses that one. But for the first time in the match, St Greg's come back to the 20 to restart.
Well, again, Erindale forced to kick from wide out. Wanting to go for the bomb, but just not being in close enough to get underneath it. Chris Potter again having no troubles with the kick. Now St Greg's on the attack again.
Red Cochrane scored the first try of the match. In fact, the 3 tries from the first half all went to forwards for St Greg's. Michael Howell and also Nathan Vag, the big replacement. That's the highlight for mine from this match so far. And now away to the right, Daniel Christian. You couldn't really say the halves have put a stamp on the match. Their kicking has been good, as there's a kick comes from the halfback Riley Mullins, but in attack they haven't caused Erindale too many problems. Almost a voluntary tackle there from James McNamara. Now Nathan Smith. Back to centre field. McInerney coming up with Matthew Mabry. He's coming off the wing. Erindale College beaten semi-finalists from last year. Now a knock on from Mabry. One of his rare touches of the football, and he's turned it over.
Yeah, it's very frustrated, Mabry there. Just in the play, the ball getting up, not having good ball security, just popping out. It's a shame too, they were building. It's these mistakes that are giving St Greg's great opportunity down their end.
Lined up on the open side from the scrum, and Christian keeps with Hessian. Erindale must score next to have any chance of winning this one. There's a crossfield with Daniel Cartwright. Real stormer to start the game. He was taking, it seemed, every second hit up. Daniel Cartwright slowed down a little as the half wore on. Now Christian wide for Hessian. Defences across with Winner-Carey. They're 25 metres away, St Greg's. Butcher with Mullins, and then the second rower Fitzpatrick. It's a play that changed. He's got a bit of footwork, got a bit of a step and a swerve, Fitzpatrick, the second rower for St Greg's. Last tackle, Howe fires the pass out to his brother David, and tackled on the last, just 5 metres away from the Erindale line.
Yes, trying something different than St Greg's, putting the ball through the hands on the last tackle. And Howe, hasn't he got great hands? Cut out 2 players to hit the winger on the fly then. It's a player of great potential. Here we see great ball, great defence from Erindale as well. They're hanging in there.
Down by 19 points to 0. And having to come away from their 20. Grabowski into the clutches of Fitzpatrick. Christian. McInerney. His work has been sharp. Big run from Scanlon.
Great hit by Cartwright there.
A few collisions in this game. This one of the best as Scanlon runs headlong into Cartwright. 2 front rowers. In the meantime, Erindale's kick downfield. Chasing the 40-20, they've got one. There was a cry, an anxious cry from some of the St Greg's players, and Potter wasn't able to cut it off. Big chance now for Erindale.
We'd have to say Erindale, they haven't had much luck so far. These are the types of things that can change games. So a good pass here from dummy half. Well and truly inside the 40. Great kick, using the breeze. Gets a good kick as well. Although Chris Potter was there, just unable to stop it.
10 metres away. Looking for their first points of the match, Ben Flynn. Captain having a crack himself. McInerney has raced from the scrum to get involved, exploring that defence close to the line. Ben Flynn now with Waylon Muntz is over. Erindale College have their first try, and this could be the start of a big comeback. 19 points to 4 to St Greg's.
Well, it's a pretty simple one, this one. Muntz just getting the ball hard and straight, coming off his right foot, and just pushing through the St Greg's defence and placing the ball over the line. Comes from Colliambley, New South Wales, near Griffith. He's a border there at St Greg's, at the Erindale.
And over for the try, Waylon Muntz. This would be nice work for him, a former student, in fact, of St Greg's. Sixteen-year-old James McNamara with this kick. Only 15 metres out. Raiders Harold Matthews this year. First kick successful. 19-6. Their coach Neil Henry watches on. Back with St Gregory's, and they haven't had to do much of this today. Restarting of play. Christian it was. And you've got to think back the lead up to that try, Sean, thanks to the 40-20 kick, putting all the pressure on St Gregory's College of Campbelltown.
As I said, those little things do change the outcomes of games. This will give them great confidence now. You can see they've got their tails up, hitting the ball with tremendous vigour.
The St Greg's schoolmates are starting to get vocal again, trying to lift their side, thwart this challenge from Erindale. Price on the 40-metre line. Impressed with him today, Andrew Price. Grabowski's put it down. St Greg's come up with it, and Ryan Hoffman.
It wasn't a good ball to Grabowski. You have to feel from a big fella coming onto the ball. He needs it in front of him, slightly behind him.
Nathan Vang got a good offload there for Cochrane. Two front rowers combining. Michael Howell. Again looking the player most likely. Erindale moving ahead in the error count. Butcher back in for Vang. He's not going to step him. He's going to run straight over the top. Nathan Vang, as he did in the first half. They come here with Christian, and then Fitzpatrick on the inside ball, 10 metres away. Testing time for Erindale College. Mullins. Mullins, the halfback, is half a metre short. Last tackle. David Howell is in there at dummy half. He's in from the left wing. Butcher behind the back of his second row, Ryan Hoffman. Erindale come away. That's a pretty untidy end of the set of 6 for St Gregory's. They had a chance to really knock Erindale right out.
Yes, well, if St Greg's had a score there, you would have thought Erindale might have found it a little too tough to come back. And we're saved, and now, as they bring it out.
Waylon Muntz copped a good tackle there from the St Greg's line. McInerney. Andrew Price striding up over the 30-metre line. He's played a bit of jersey flag with the Raiders this year. So he's ready for the next step up. Kick down the throat of Potter. Standing very deep, wary that they can achieve the 40-20. David Howell. Running at Willie Scanlon. 19 points to 6, St Greg's in front and in possession. Game Times Cup champions. Looking to return to the glory days in 2000. 1993, the last time they won a final. Red Cochrane standing in the tackle. It's Woodbridge. Headlock applied from McInerney. David Butcher, well, I was going to say in a bit of trouble, can still muster a smile and a wave. Forward pass picked up. They're still in at Erindale College. St Greg's are making just enough mistakes to keep the door open.
That's right, St Greg's. They would have liked to have come out here, put Erindale to sleep. To their credit, Erindale, they're hanging in there. Vag, as we saw, then getting out wide, running at the centres. 115 kilos, as we mentioned. Already got a try here today. He wants another.
There's a bit of push into the scrum too, Nathan Vag. Away with Murray. Go down that short side. They're going to go close to the sideline and over. Big tackle on Matthew Mabry. Some Rex players coming off it a little the worse for wear, but they've done the job. They've taken him over the sideline. They tried that short side play with the little halfback. The number 7, Riley Mullins, gets in there with David Howe, and they do the business.
Just what St Greg's need, as we see Riley Mullins here. It'd be a shame if he had to go off. Kick a great field goal just before half-time. Hurt himself in that effort to push Erindale over the sideline.
Michael Howell is showing his versatility, the big lock forward. He's gone into halfback now at a pinch. One of the tallest halfbacks we've seen on halfway. A few metres forward as well. Christian, bag. Lee Scanlon. They can't get the big bloke to ground though. Now Lee Woodbridge. 35 metres from the Erindale line. Vag shows his dummy half skills. Brett Fitzpatrick. Every time he's hit the ball today, it's been speed off the mark. Vag follows up. 35 away from the Erindale line. The margin is 13 points at the moment for St Greg's. Howell attacking that left side. I don't know whether it's any coincidence. It's the side where his brother is on the wing. Maybe they've got something going. Last tackle. They will work that short side. Howe kicking again. Came off the legs of an Erindale player. But not played at, I wouldn't think, deliberately.
Erindale feed him loose.
And it will be an Erindale scrum feed.
Yeah, well, they did well here. Erindale are hanging. St Greg's attacking down this left side. Yeah, as we saw there, Brooklyn didn't play at it. They live to fight another day.
Murray and Brookman inside their own 20. Bit of ground to cover. On the spin is Nathan Smith. Penalised here is Luke Hession.
Wait for it, wait.
Releasing the man.
That's it, yep.
Gets them out of strife.
Just noticing that Erindale are chancing their arm a little bit more now. Noting they are 13 points behind. They are putting the ball through the hands. You see they go wide straight from the tap.
Well, they have time. Willie Scanlon. He's been a magnet for some of the biggest defenders in the St Gregory side. Willie Scanlon, he's mixed it with them today, the front rower. Andrew Price, another good run, 15 metres made, 30 away from the St Greg's line. Trailing by 19 points to 6. The boys from Canberra, passing up here for Robertson. Wonderful tackle from Daniel Christian, right out of the textbook. Murray, wide with Muntz, their try scorer. He was flat though. Just outside the St Greg's 20. Flynn thought about kicking, then pass for Nickel. Nice defence that time from Jed Masters. 5th tackle for Erindale. The kick out of dummy half from Craig Mower is not his best.
Great fingertip control there from David Howe. Picked it up half volley style. We see a good run here from dummy half. Very good indeed.
This is what you were talking about. That's a great pickup from David Howe. Given the circumstances, under pressure, last tackle, 10 out from your own line. He delivered. Brett Cochran. 30-metre line you can see. And Brett Fitzpatrick, again, I can only say it, he does all his work at 1,000 miles an hour. This second rower, Brett Fitzpatrick.
He has got no shortage of energy, that's for sure.
This is one of the local students at St Greg's as they come down the left with Howell. 20 metres away from the line. St Greg's looking for that match-sealing try. They've turned it over. And a double knock-on on the last tackle changeover. Erindale ball.
Here we see Howell did so well as he's coming down this left sideline. Comes off his left foot here. Just comes inside, then throws a little bit of a lofty pass. It's just juggled. Michael Robertson on the spot there to defuse it.
Again, you notice it was brother to brother. It was locked forward to winger. Michael Howe to his younger brother David. Line breaks. St Gregory's way, 4-2. They've scored 3 tries to 1. Craig Mower. And with Price. Over the top, Cartwright. Back with Scanlon. Almost losing the jumper, gets as far as the 30-metre line. Again, it's the last tackle. They need some sort of magical touch now. That wasn't the one, through the fingertips of Robertson. Fielded then by Jason Smith. Robertson gets a kick in. It'll be no pressure on Howe. Very competent performance from the left winger.
Yes, he's really got involved, hasn't he? No mistakes from him, very safe. As we see St Greg's work it out now through Potter.
Competent would sum up the performance of the fullback as well, Chris Potter. Just inside the 40 and running with Alan Luke. Now Woodbridge. So St Greg's perhaps at 19-6 thinking they've done enough. Now Cochrane, certainly playing just a narrow corridor either side of where they play the ball. There's been nothing going more than 2 passes wide. Last tackle, perhaps a chance to do it now. Christian, that fired out pass there for Hessian, and now Primmer gets his chance. 5 metres away from the line, the inside ball, that will win it for them, St Greg's. If it was in doubt, Pat Foran has come up with a try. I can't recall him touching it in the match. Off the bench, scores the try at 23-6.
Well, I was just to say, it seems as though St Greg's, they're looking to close the game up, not really doing much in attack. Before I said it, they spun the ball wide, they put it through the hands. As we see here, nice cutout pass here, goes to the winger here in Primmer. He pins his ears back, but he sees Foran back on the inside. Great little pass, puts it down, isn't he happy?
19-6 was the score, and we still thought there was a chance of Erindale coming back. That has well and truly been put out now. And watch the reactions here of the St Greg's players. They love it. Pat Foran, the try scorer. Daniel Christian with a perfect record, 3 from 3, 15 in from touch, not going to be on target this time. St Greg's look to be home, 23 points to 6. Erindale College. Over the next couple of months, we're going to see the top 16 rugby league schools in the country in action. And Sean mentioned right at the top, it's back to the knockout format, sudden death every week as we count down to the final.
It's Erindale, I suppose, even though they have got a lot of players that have played together, not having a chance to actually play in this team together. St Greg's, on the other hand, though, having several games to get the feel for each other. It's getting a penalty here, a relieving one that'll take them out of trouble. They'll be looking to close this game up.
If it is any consolation for the Erindale boys, they do lead this second half. 19-0 it was at half-time. So just one try apiece in this second period. Christian, he's starting to look better now, trying a few things. Potter got a hand to it. The pass is really thrown. I think the rugby union background showing in Daniel Christian. In fact, he plays a bit of cricket too, I'm here to tell you. Played New South Wales under-17s. That was like a fast ball. That was his fast ball.
Well, that was a play we usually see down on the try line side of the field, but the confidence to put it on 40 metres out, just going to ground though the ball.
Ben Flynn. 35 away. And Price. Outstanding performance at Erindale College in a beaten side. Keep an eye out for him when you pick up your big league program in coming weeks, playing for the Raiders, under 20s. Inside the 20 now. Erindale College. McInerney, he's got rid of the headgear. They pass up with Nathan Smith. Away from Howe. Offload though. 5 away. Murray, infielder comes, McInerney. He's been desperate to try and get across the stripe today. The hooker. Back it comes for Flynn. The bomb for the corner. Howell has been good all day. This time doesn't get to it, but cleaned up by Alan Luke. So the whole squad's getting involved for St Gregory's. They're all doing their job.
Yeah, Howe right underneath it. Very hard when you're stationary, being swamped by Erindale chasers, and Luke just happening to be there, coming out over the dead ball.
Line dropout. St Greg's in front, 23-6. This is the man tackled, the lone try scorer for Erindale College. Raiders juniors on show. Now Matthew Mabry. Mabry's going to get a 4-pointer. He's had a mixed game, but just then he went through the turnstiles to score. 23-10.
Mabry, he's a player. He's the strongest in the club, also the fastest. Benches 160, or squats 160 kilos, they tell me, and used every bit of that power to get through 2 tackles. Here we see him bust past one, go past another, put the ball underneath the post.
And from right in front, McNamara successful. The clock's going to beat them though. 23 points to 12 here at Campbelltown. Perhaps for the last time in the match. A restart of play with Daniel Christian. 11 points in front. Second half, though, has gone the way of Erindale, and still the big hits happening. Some head-on collisions. Certainly lack nothing in the physical department this match. Pretty sure we're going to see it every single week. And through they go with Nathan Smith. Over halfway, St Greg's scrambling defence. They're tiring. McInerney away from dummy half. Where are the runners? Here it is with Robertson. They have an overlap, a chance if they went to the right. McInerney steers them to the left though. Murray, cutout ball, Price is with it. A wrestling match with 2 St Greg's defenders. Luke Hessian hangs on. 10 away, last tackle. Across Murray. He's cut out 3 with a pass. Robertson. It is the last tackle. Back to Ben Flynn. We'll try the bomb this time, says Ben. It'll come across to his centre partner. Cartwright, the front rower, tried to come down with it. It's ended up with Winner Carey. And the tackle count restarts. McInerney. Price deserves a try. 5 away. 23-12. They trail. McInerney again from dummy half. Persistence doesn't pay off that time. Smith and Murray, the short pass. Muntz went through a high tackle. Right in front of the St Greg's posts. Murray, McInerney calling the shots with Smith. Then passing, it comes back for Smith from nickel. And wrapping around, some nice work came from the second row, Winner Carey. Then McNamara. Trying all they can, Erindale College. Nickel takes off from dummy half. Full marks to the St Greg's defence. Winner Carey, last tackle again. This has been the repeat set as well, the kick through. They're back there with Howell. He read it well, Chris Murray's kick.
Well, there's some desperate defence there from the St Greg's side. There's tackles made from everywhere. None better than was made by Daniel Christian early in the count. The real try saver. May have hurt his shoulder, but they still continued on. As they get a penalty now, St Greg's coming out of trouble.
Siren will sound here, though. Celebrations for Simon Huntley, the coach. 7th year in charge of this St Greg's side. And no restart at all. So full time, and the 8 times champions are on the road in 2000. They have defeated the Canberra champions, Erindale, by 23 points to 12, scoring 4 tries to 2. And our player of the match is Brett Fitzpatrick in a hard-working forward pack for St Greg's. Right at And our player of the match, Brett Fitzpatrick, hard-working second row for St Greg's, and plenty of emotion right across the board with this very famous rugby league college. Another big match coming up next Saturday morning. We'll see all the action from Parramatta Stadium, the clash of Patrician Brothers Fairfield against Patrician Brothers Blacktown. That will be a beauty. Until then, on behalf of Sean Garlick and the entire 9 League team, I'm Andrew Voss. It's bye for now.